What's up, YouTube? It's Nice Man 72 coming at you from the hashtag that is sound. Let me get this ball cap on my head straight. Looking at this. Hope everybody's doing good on a Monday, week of Christmas. Merry Christmas, everybody. Taking a lunch break, ripping my Charlotte Orioles. Got them in the background. But just wanted to do I've gotten some messages inquiring about Starstock in the last video I did, where I'm at, how many cards, all that kind of stuff, how to do it. This is not a an instructional video by any means. I'm the last one to do this on here. It's hashtag Dirty South Productions. But I do want to just tell you kind of the deal about Starstock a little more in depth, my take on it, and where I'm at on my submission. I'm actually almost done. I'm cataloging. I just need to go through and edit and make sure everything's correct. But Starstock is a new platform. They're adding to it every applications to it. They take raw cards, rookie cards only. They don't take parallels and inserts and stuff like that. Rookie debuts, they don't take those. There is a huge presence with basketball for sure. And then I would just kind of looking, it looks like baseball was probably second. But there's no fees. It's very similar. It's like a hybrid of Cardi-C and was that X Stock or StockX that does the tennis shoe stuff. This is like real-time day trading kind of for sports cards. They do football, basketball, baseball, hockey, I believe soccer. So they do that, but they just take rookie cards, which is good. There's no fees. You submit your raw cards. You can do raw cards or slabs. They actually just started doing sealed wax boxes. So if you got sealed wax boxes, you can put that ship that over to them, and they can list it for you and hold it in a vault, so it's not taking up room for you. And if you ever want it back, you pay for shipping to come back to you. Same thing on your cards and slabs. But the cool thing about slabs is that they're one of the few that just take. And there's not that many of these platforms out there. I would say this one is the most unique. So they take PSA, SGC, and BGS. And I've got a lot of slabs that are SGC. And so that's a benefit for me for slabs cards I've gotten slabbed SGC for resale only. Makes it good for me. So I've put those over. I will say, because it's baseball hasn't picked up yet, and there's questions whether or not spring training will start on time. It looks like it'll be in May if we have it at all. And you can go back on my other video on Starstock and find out why I think that. But with that being said, without further ado, everybody says, you take your raw cards and you submit them. They ask that they be penny sleeved. Each card has to be penny sleeved. You don't put them in a top loader. You don't tape over the top loaders for individual cards, and you package them accordingly. Slabs, they ask that you bubble wrap them to keep them from being damaged and shipped. What I do on my slabs is I've got the bags for PSA or SGC, and I bag them in addition to bubble wrap. I'll bubble wrap each one and then put them in the box and label it up. And I ship my stuff priority mail. I don't do first class. I do 3-day priority mail on that. And I think a basic priority mail insurance is like $50. So you automatically get $50 insurance for priority mail, but you know it's going to go. I've not had any issues. It's kind of crazy. I've done a 2-day priority letter to Scranton, PA, and it took 10 days to get there, and a complaint to the post office. But the submission to Starstock got there in 3 days from Concord to Charlotte up there. So the mail is system is all over the place. But that's what you do. I'm going to go ahead and show you because I got it sitting right here. What I do is I block them. All these are penny sleeved cards. And then on the card, I'll put cards, I'll label it cards 1 through 24. And that's your sub number, submission number 6. That'll make sense when you go through and you do your invoice. And then on your anything you label to them, they want you to put care of. Even when you mail the package to them, it's going to be to Starstock, care of your profile that you've made on Starstock. So that's how you're going to address that to them, so they know that package goes to you. In addition to that, I've indicated care of on the front and back. Don't use clear tape if you use this idea. I ran out of rubber bands. Typically, I don't use painter's tape, but I did on this one because it's so easy to get off. And then I just tape them down just to keep them from moving out. And then when you pack this correctly within your box and then add additional packing material, whether it's newspaper, plastic trash bags, bubble wrap, whatever, to keep from shifting. Just some common sense stuff on shipping. So you do that. You do not have to do an invoice. If you want to, you can. I'll use an Excel. And let me see if I can share my screen with you. And this is one I've done on Excel. I've labeled it as submission number 6. And I've indicated all mine are tops. So if you're doing various brands, tops or Bowman, I would, or, Panini Platinum or Panini Prism or Panini this or that. You probably, I would say, make another tab listing over here to say what kind of product it is. But I just did card count, and that's number 1, first card. All mine are tops, so I'm not doing that. And then for year, I start off with 2018 because that's the oldest. I go from the oldest to the newest. All these are in team order, and then alphabetical order as much as possible with that player's card. So like this 2018 is an Oakland A's card, so it's but I didn't indicate the team. But it's 2018 card number 272, Paul Blackburn. If there was a serial number, I'll put a serial number. If there's a variation, like this one's opening day, I'm taking a chance on opening day sending it. I know they don't take the All-Star Silver set, and they do not accept like the UK, but they've taken the Walgreens yellow, so I'm not really sure what the deal is with that. I sent an email, and they said that they didn't think that it would be liquid enough to sell, but it was a Lubob UK, so I'm not really sure. But anyway, number of cards, I'd say 4 cards on this one, all the way down to 1. Then like this one, AJ Puck 2020 with the A's. There's 8 of those, and going all the way down. You see one I've done. And then when it's a chrome, I'll put chrome. If it's a chrome pink, gold star. There was a Mother's Day, Father's Day, Independence Day, whenever you got. If you decide to send those in, there's another chrome pink. And just going down. Now, I will say this. I've gone back and started packaging and auditing. I went from the back, from the very bottom. So I've got 341 line items, but it's 843 cards, I believe, in total. So what I'll do is I'll end up doing a total here for them. So they've got it. Then you can save this document. You'll save the document, and you will end up back with on your submission. And then what you do is you title it Submission 6. So that invoice would be for Submission 6. Download it. I also, just out of habit from SGC and PSA submissions, I put a hard copy in with it. And so I do a hard copy. I don't save a copy for myself. I keep it on my laptop. So I'll do that. But then, but like I said, this is card number 1 through 20 for line items. You see how many cards that is. So that's what I do for it. I would definitely say Starstock is not, in my opinion, not necessarily where you need to go to add to your PC. If you're wanting to flip stuff, get rid of, like, I've got all these rookie cards. I don't want to take the time to have to list on eBay. And I mean, it's just a pain in the you know what. So I don't do it. It's an easy out for me. So that's why I'm submitting it to them. But if you're a flipper, especially in the basketball game, for sure, we'll see what happens with baseball. If baseball happens, let's see what happens with baseball. There's baseball cards moving. There is a contest for NFL cards being submitted. They're wanting as many cards as you can get sent in. Now, I will say this: I had my first submission was slabs. My second submission was like 700 cards. And I'm going to be straight with you. I had like, I think 74, 76 cards that got returned. And the reason is that they were all-star cards and UK edition cards. They said that they didn't take it. So I don't know. What's up, Ron? And I hope you're doing good, man. Merry Christmas, brother. But this Starstock stuff, I like the platform. It's moving. They're adding stuff to it. I've been watching go back and watch a couple of videos. The CEO has been on Market Sports Card Investor. But I've actually kind of enjoyed more so of the videos that people are using as their own experience from a couple months ago and doing updates. So I would suggest that those folks. I know Ziggy's been using them for football cards, I think, for his son. He's doing submissions for his son and has made some money. There's other people that's made some money doing this, flipping. You know, there's like a challenge. Hey, I'll take $10 and turn into 100 or 1,000. But the cool thing about Starstock is that it's real time. Absolutely, man. Absolutely. And with Starstock, it's real time. So like if you're watching a game and you want to take advantage of some low price cards and flip them, or if you're the seller, it's there. So, I mean, it's real time. There's no shipping involved. You can have PSA and SGC, and I'm sure BGS, whoever, or even eBay, have it shipped to Starstock to go straight to them without you sending. That's a risk you're taking by not knowing what the card, especially if it's a raw card. I know that's been a complaint. Not necessarily a complaint, but I guess the issue's been brought up. People want to see the pick. Man, a pick don't matter. A pick don't matter. Pick don't matter on eBay. Only thing that matters is that you actually see it with your own eyes, the real card. Because I've been burned, and if you've been doing this long enough, everybody's been burned on eBay where the picture is not either the card that was pictured or that it's been manipulated. So you're going to have to, as a seller and a buyer, trust Starstock because they're doing a grade review. They don't guarantee a certain grade, but they'll say like I think it's A, B, and C. A is like 9s and 10s. B's are like 8s, 7s, 8s, and C's are like just like basically trash. So, if you're thinking that you're going to buy 20 cards off of eBay and have them shipped to Starstock, and you bought 10 cards for $3 and think you're going to sell them for $10 a piece, I don't think you're going to do that. I would say on something like that, you need to look at those cards before you send them. Any cards that you want back, that you make a transaction on or that you've sent, you can have returned to you, but you will pay shipping. They break down shipping in lots by number of items within the lot. They'll charge shipping. So like those 76 items, I think it was like $10, $10 to ship back, raw cards, and I think 2 slabs, maybe 1 slab. What else do you think you need to know? It's a flippers game, not a PCer game, in my opinion. I probably wouldn't send in a high volume, like a high priced card or slab. I've noticed looking at prices because you can go on there and look. Let me see. Let me share my screen. I'm learning how to do this. That ain't it. Let's do that. Then do this. I'm learning, y'all. I'm learning how to share the screen, so bear with me. But I'm going to try and pull up my Starstock here. So. Oh, there we go. All right, here we go. This is my stuff. This is my collection. This is everything that's in my collection. So this is what I've sent. These are raw cards. I mean, graded cards. And it says what it is. It says I've got 3 of them and a SGC 9.5 and a 9. I own 2 of these cards. I've listed 2 of them. So we click on that. And of course, the internet will be jacked up. All right. This is Starstock, higher quality raw cards. There's 4 of those cards in the vault. Those are not mine. There's 1 for sale for $55, and there's 6 offers for $25. The last sale was for $20. Okay. So let's go click on the 9.5. It says I've got 1 card in the vault for sale for $100. And I've had an offer of 16, but if I want to accept that, I would click on it. Now, once you list something, you can take it out and put it back in the vault, and it will sit there. Here's 2 cards in the vault, $80 with $13 offer. It'll show a sales history. And look, Starstock A is $20. Right? November the 6th. I mean, look at this. That's stuff you got to put up with no matter where you go. And then click back on your collection. You can see all the cards that you've got. But these are the ones I've put. I put these Kobe's out. Graded baseball cards. Some more Kobe's. And so that's what I'm doing. So if you want to go to the marketplace, and this is where they sell. So you can do all sports, or these are the sports: baseball, basketball, football, and soccer. And these are the feature cards. Click more to show you more, but it'll show you what the value is in Starstock A. There's a PSA 10. Click you over. Looking at Tyler. 2 for sale for $360. Got an offer on $150, but the last sale was at $305. Okay. And then I want to scroll down just to let you see it. But if you just go to starstock.com, you can see this. This is really cool. Their index value of the cards that they have, sales data, their top performers from last week's worst performers, which is really surprising with this one, because if you look at it, it's actually the same as the week before. It's still holding its value. So I guess it dropped down to one it originally was, but it's showing a decrease, which it really wasn't. And last week's top valued. So new sealed wax. So if you got sealed wax, you want to send it, you can. You can scroll through and see what they've got. May find a good deal on here. But it only does like 3 windows, I think, that you can scroll through before 3 or 4 before it reboots. It'll show what games are coming up. It's very much like fantasy football kind of deal. So you can see that, and then if you click on it, it'll go to their cards. The most traded, looks like there's a, for today so far, Jordan Poole, Lorenzo Ball. I'm not a big fan of his dad. But, Mr. Toro, you scan through, which is pretty cool. And then eventually it will bring you back out to the very beginning again. Keep scrolling down. These are the latest sales on cards. So, I mean, they range 10, 15, 20 cents. And you just go, you go through and see what's going on. That's one way to adjust your sales too. If you don't know how to want to price something, see when it's sold as, just, for your comps. But here's the new arrival stuff that's coming in. They'll just send you an email. They'll let you know when they receive your invoice. They'll let you know your cards have come in, your slabs have come in. They'll let you know that by email. Now, just know for slabs, they will pretty much automatically send that back. They'll list it for you. Oh man, I got some. Hey, what's up? 19th, what's up? Sorry, y'all, I'm seeing this over on that shared screen on this StreamYard. I can't see it. So they keep you updated. If you send slabs, they tell you they're up front. Those are getting posted within 2 to 3 days. If it is for raw cards, that can take up to three weeks, depending on probably how much work you give them. And I think 3 weeks is very fine, very fair, very fine, very fine. Ooh, oh, I need some coffee. They don't charge fees, which is a good thing. Cardi-C, it's my understanding it takes weeks, a month, weeks and months. Thanks, step back. Weeks and months, a month or two sometimes to get cards, similar cards entered into their system, get posted for sale, and you can miss a trend even. But they take everything. So with the rookie cards, I think that's their niche. You're not gonna get a rookie card, a Nolan Ryan rookie card, anything vintage. It's all modern stuff. They're very particular about what cards they want. They are in a fine niche. It's from modern and ultra modern, basically ultra modern cards. And I'm trying to think. I think the only bad downside I've seen from it is, and it's from watching some of the R be a pirate. Damn, JD, you messed me up. Do the something easier for listening and notification when on a sale, like a sales record, when something's been sold, kind of like a listing on that. So I think that would be beneficial. I know Starstock listens to bigger content providers. So if you listen to this one, that's what I would say. Just do something like with an invoice kind of deal, tracking on sales for what's going on from what your customers selling. But on the fees, back to the fees, I went chasing a rabbit. On the fees, there's no fee to accept the cards, to store the cards, to list the cards. The only fee is a 5% fee on the back end on the sale. So so if you send a 10-cent card, you're going to lose 5% of that. That's going to go for them. I think that's very, very, very fair. But if you make enough small sales, that starts to add up, and that's where a lot of these other folks are. You don't even have to put money into your Starstock account. I did, just in case cards got rejected, which I'm glad I did, because then it'll just pull off of that money that's in your account. So you're already squared away. They'll send you an email and say, hey, you got 7 cards got rejected. This is what they were. What do you want us to do? Do you want us to mail them to you, or do you want to get, you know, basically destroy them, throw them away for you. And so if you say, hey, I want it back, man, JD sold a, oh, we got to see this. That's a Christmas miracle. So they, I'm not a fan. I'll be straight up. I'm not a fan of my slab. I jumped on them pretty early. Yeah, it's not mine. But on Starstock, they'll do the, and when they give you your money, it's my understanding. I'm not a Cardi-C subscriber or provide product to them, but it's my understanding is they really don't want you taking your money out. They want you to spend your money within Cardi-C. So I got a problem with that. So Starstock doesn't do that. You can leave your money in there. You can leave it, put it in your balance, and use it to buy other cards. You can do it for shipping. You can have it sent to you. They can mail you a check with no fees, or they can do PayPal, and then there's PayPal transactions that PayPal charges. So I would imagine it's goods and services fees. If you're going 1% or whatever it is typically what you would do, 1.5% for goods and services offset fees. So, you know, I think this is a good thing. I don't want to name who the NBA players were because I'm afraid I'd name them wrong. And I don't want to do that, but it's my understanding watching some YouTube videos, they've been, there's been some name dropping, some pretty significant NBA personalities have invested in the last couple of weeks into Starstock. So that's pretty good. You know, they got money. You can tell something's going on because they've updated the site. I keep seeing people that's been in it for like the last 3-4 months. I only think it's been up for 6 months, if that. But I would probably stay away from sending them high-end cards. You know, but to each his own. Like I got a Wander Franco. I'm not sending any of my Wander Franco slabs. I took a chance with the Acuna Silver Star All-Star card, and it got rejected because it's a silver star. So I guess that'll go back on eBay. But I hope that helped. Does anybody got any questions? Oh, Kevin Durant. There we go. 19th, he was in there too. Cool. That's who I was thinking it was, but I wasn't sure. I wasn't going to be 100% sure. Anybody got any questions? Any thoughts? Any preponderance? Once been discussed. Once again, it's a Christmas miracle. Christmas miracle for JD. In his own words, he couldn't believe it. And yes, it was a miracle. But anywho, that's about all I got. I need to wash dishes and get back to work. It's the end of the month, the week of Christmas. But appreciate everybody. Hope everybody has a great Christmas week. Well, one day they call for snow here, one day it's rain, one day it's snow. So we don't know what it's only like a 2% chance of snowing ever in the Charlotte, North Carolina area on Christmas. It's been like 10 years since the last snow that it snowed on Christmas. And then it was like Christmas Day, like towards midnight. So my wife said you can't count it. And I said, you can't have before midnight. But anywho, 19th, take care. Be good, brother. Oh, and Gary, get out of town. Hey, and by the way, y'all, both of these guys are on here. I've never talked to 19th. 19th, I'd love to get you on here and do a get to know you. But Step Back Sports Cards has got a YouTube channel. He's got like 80 something subscribers. I can't say much. I'm at 42. But we all got to stick together and we share knowledge, make friendships, and build relationships. Those are the three big things. um, that we need to do in the hobby to stick together. And with that being said, first I want to thank Ron Fig for jumping on here. I know he watches every now and again. Thank you for participating. But also watch Step Back Sports Cards. He also has a podcast, Facebook page, and I believe an Instagram page as well. So he's on all the social media outlets. He's up and coming. He does a lot of basketball and really into Michael Jordan stuff. Peace out, Step Back. And then 19th Vintage. He's out in Cali, out on the West Coast. And so they're both they're like me. They've got smaller channels, but both put out great content. I hope I put out good content for y'all as well. But these guys, they're starting up too. So let's from Cali in Arizona now. I do apologize, brother. But give them a chance. Go over to their YouTube channels and give them a watch. Hit that subscribe button for me and a thumbs up, and for them as well. We'd appreciate it. Every little bit helps. And just words of wisdom. If you put content out there, and us smaller guys, we take a little bit of more work. We're Ron's moved from Vegas Baptist. Y'all went passing. Is that one interstate? One interstate is that? You'll probably passing ships in the night. But it's hard putting out content. But if I'm just gonna say this. If you put out content in it's cite who you're using, throw them a shout out, put a link for their video, give them some credit, say, hey, I'm expanding on this. I've been watching this. It's just real simple, especially for us smaller folk. That'd be cool. And then for the small folk, we do that for who we get content from. It's just, look out for each other, because that's one way of sharing knowledge is to say, hey, I watcch Step Back Sports, or I watched Bobbles, or I watched Elite Code 3 or Filmington, or those back pages, whoever, I watched their video, and these were some ideas that, this is what they discussed. Give them that credit, especially as a smaller, because that's going to help your reputation. So just do that. It's just being polite. Cite your work, just like if you were writing a paper. Throw a link for their video. You can do that up here. You can go and embed that, and it'll come up across the bar. Then if you do an end page, make that select that video. If it's just one video or the best video, select it. You can do a couple of them and have it in a window so people can click on it. It's that's one thing to regurgitate the same information over and over, which a lot of folks do. That's your thing, then cool beans. We all, there's only so much subject matter material there is, but if you're pretty much doing the same video that somebody else has done, I just think it's the right thing to do is the site where you got that work from. I don't know, it's just me. There's a difference between doing that and regurgitating information. But I hope, with that being said, I need to get off my soapbox. Always remember, keep your head up, eyes up, head on a swivel. Deuces. #Dirty South. We're out. Merry Christmas, y'all. Y'all be good.